What's going on, mi gente? It's Diego Montalvan here again. Finally back from Barranquilla. So I'm here to talk a little bit about what happened in the Colombia versus Peru game in Barranquilla. Then what's coming up next, Peru versus Ecuador. What's going on? What's the possible lineup? How could Peru play against Ecuador? How could Ecuador play against Peru? Who's Ecuador missing? So we're going to try to break that all down real quick. So let's start off with what happened in Barranquilla. Man, I finally got my voice back, first of all. So obviously it was a great result for Peru, winning in Barranquilla after 25 years. But it wasn't easy and it wasn't pretty. Let's start off and let's be real here. You know, Colombia also didn't play great, but they did pin Peru back a lot, right? There was a bit of worry there, but Pedro Galese was phenomenal as always. Alexander Callens, great game. Zambrano until he went out. Then Miguel Araujo stepped in. Aldo Corso shut down Luis Diaz, which honestly, I thought that was the side where Colombia would take advantage of Peru. I thought he's going to eat up Aldo Corso because let's be honest, Lucho Diaz has been on fire since Copa America and Aldo Corso is not as fast as him. I'm being honest here, but Aldo Corso, man, he just plays with all his grit, all his might, and he didn't let him get enough space, right? Obviously on that side, Carlos Zambrano helped out, Renato Tapia helped out. So defensively it was solid, right? Obviously they didn't get to score again. So Colombia, 6 games without scoring a goal. It's incredible, and I think that's gonna be the reason why they don't go to the World Cup, if I may be honest. And I'm sorry for my Colombian friends because I do think Colombia has talent. I do think they have a good team, but I don't know right now. It's not going well for them. I think for me, it's something more inside of the locker room. I'm not sure what. And obviously, like I said, 6 goals, 6 games without no goals. There's something's wrong there. You know, we've seen the talent that they have, the attackers that they have in different types of levels, European level, at the national level, and they're not doing what needs to be done. So, you know, something's going wrong. But as far as Peru, like I said, Colombia pinned down Peru for a long time. And finally, Peru got one chance. And I think Peru's most important player, Cristian Cueva. Honestly, throughout these qualifiers, Cristian Cueva has goals, assists, and no matter how bad people talk about him, right? Personal things, whatever it may be, where he's playing football in Saudi Arabia, doesn't matter. Cristian Cueva has showed up and shut everyone up. Let's be honest. And again, he did that, when he receives the ball from the Miguel Araujo clearance, dribbles, beats Wilmar Barrios, and then that beautiful through ball to another player that's been so badly talked about by so many people. I'll include myself in this because I thought that Edison Flores' level right now, his form, he was not ready to play for La Selección right now. Not saying he was done, because I think Edison Flores has been very important for La Blanquirroja, but at the moment that he's been at right now, after the injuries, the lack of playing time, I thought he didn't deserve a call-up. And that's me, what I thought. Obviously, Ricardo Gareca, again, knows a lot more than me and a lot more than many of us, and he sees all these players on a day-to-day basis, and he knew better, right? He picked him, he put him in as a sub, and he did what he did. He got the through ball from Cristian Cueva and just drilled it to the near post. I thought Ospina could have done a little bit better there, but, you know, he dove to the left, and by that time, he couldn't react to the right. Ospina's obviously always, helped Peru out a little bit, so thank you again. Again, that the atmosphere there to the Peruvian fans that were in Barranquilla, man, it was crazy. It was crazy. I honestly almost teared up at the end of the game because at the end of the game, the Blanquirroja, they were just, singing ole, ole, ole. And it was just seeing the players go over to them and then, clap for them and then throw their jerseys. For me, it was emotional, to be honest. I thought it was great from the players to show back the love to all these fans that traveled from Peru, from the U.S., from all over the world to come show love to them, and not only just show love, but they supported the team throughout the whole 90 minutes. I mean, you guys already seen what's been talked about. Radamel Falcao said it best, the 300, 400, 500 Peruvians that were in the stadium kept chanting. Even when Colombia had us pinned back, they chanted and supported the Peruvian team until obviously they got the results. So big ups to them and big ups to everyone that made it out to Barranquilla. It was a great time. We'll see what happens against Ecuador now. Against Ecuador, well, let's talk about that a little bit. Some facts about this game going into this game. Peru have won the last 4 games against Ecuador in qualifiers. That's a big stat. Let's be honest. That's a big stat. But we all know the game needs to be played. Always. You never know what's going to happen. Peru has won the last 3 games at home without receiving goals. So that's another big stat. But again, the game needs to be played. We'll see. Pedro Gales has been great. Alexander Callens has been great. And then the whole defense as a whole has been stepping up better and better. Everyone, even the subs, right? Miguel Trauco and Marcos Lopez fighting for that left back spot has been great for Peru, and they've done decent, both of them. Alexander Callens locking down that left center back spot, and then the right center back spot, Cristian Ramos was great. He's out injured now, so Carlos Zambrano has done great. Miguel Araujo, when he came in against Colombia, was phenomenal to me. I think he deserves. I still think that he deserves a chance. Aldo Corso did great against Colombia, and honestly, no matter how much we talk about him, Aldo Corso has been very important for the times when he's been called up and needed, right? In the situations that he's been needed when Advíncula hasn't been available. And Pedro Galese, what else can we say about San Pedro? He's just been phenomenal. El Pulpo, man, he's so underrated. He comes up big in so many games, in so many key moments. I'm very, very happy for him. So let's see what's going to happen. So the biggest news for Peru is no Cristian Cueva. And that is, to me, that hurts a lot. And I think that's the biggest, it hurts more than what Ecuador is missing out on, right? Cristian Cueva has scored 3 goals in the last 3 games versus Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken. So he's very important, obviously. Then from there, we could talk about some of the injuries or players that people have questions about. Marcos Lopez, yeah, he went out injured against Colombia, but he's good to go. He's been in practice full, but it looks, based on the practice squad, that Miguel Trauco is going to get the start this time, and that's fair enough. Like I said, Ricardo Gareca works with his players day to day. He knows more than us, and at this time, man, and anything that he's done, he's kind of shut us all up. So we gotta give him his props where it's due. And if he thinks that Miguel Trauco is the guy to go with, then I'm all for it. I believe in you. I believe in you, Tigre. Gianluca Lapadula. I'm sure everyone's already seen the photos of his nose. It looks like a zigzag, to be honest, and I feel bad for the guy, but I feel so proud to have him because he gives his all, body and all, into the game. And Gianluca Lapadula is also good to go. He's been a precaution in the training, so they haven't used him too much in the training because, they had to manually put his nose back into place. So, but he's going to be good to go. He's already said he doesn't want to miss the game. He don't care what else happens to his nose. And honestly, it's nice to hear that. I hope that nothing else happens to him because, he needs to be there. On Ecuador's side, Ecuador haven't received a goal in 2 games. So that's also going to be something to look at. We'll see what happens. Ecuador's missing Ener Valencia, a historic goal scorer for them. Alexander Dominguez, who got the red card against Brazil after that cleat to neck against Brazil. And then Angel Mena, who has also been very good for them. But let's not forget that Ecuador also has other talent like Gonzalo Plata, who's been on fire, right? I think when I was thinking about how this game should go and what needs to be done, I think Peru needs to attack Ecuador's right side, right? The right back, Preciado, I think, after talking to some Ecuadorian journalists and whatnot, he's more of an attacking right back. So we need to take advantage of that because I think on the left side, Estupiñán is pretty good, pretty decent. So we need to attack that side where Preciado is going to be at. Again, it's going to be hard. Ecuador only needs a point really to make sure that they qualify and get at least 5th place in CONMEBOL qualifiers. So we'll see what happens. Ecuador obviously don't have a lot to lose here, because if they do lose, they still could make it into the World Cup, depending on what happens in the Argentina-Colombia game. If Argentina wins, Ecuador's pretty much in, right? They need a point, like I said. If they lose, then whatever. Ecuador still has, this in their own hands. So, but it's more on Peru, because Peru, we got the win against Colombia in Barranquilla, and that's great and all. But now we need to do the same at home. If we get this result at home, then that pretty much solidifies Peru making it into the World Cup as well, right? Because obviously, depending on the results, we're also depending on the Argentina-Colombia result and what can happen. But if Argentina beats Colombia and Peru beat Ecuador, well, then now we're 6 points away from Colombia, and there's only 6 points left to play. So it's all in our hands. I truly believe in our squad and what we have. So, man, you guys want me to give you a score? You sure? All right. I'm going to say 1-0, goal de Gianluca Lapadula. That's all for today. I hope you like, subscribe, and I will hopefully be bringing some stuff back soon.